Today is a very, very special day for me, guys. I'm super excited to announce that two of the companies that I'm involved in, that I work with and I'm a partner in, have made the Inc. 5000 today. And for those of you guys that may not know what the Inc. 5000 is, it's essentially an award for the fastest growing companies in the United States. And both of our companies made it under the 1,000 mark, right? Which is incredible. I'm incredibly proud of the things that we've been able to do. And I want to share with you guys some of the lessons that I've learned, and really the primary lesson that I've learned from being involved with these businesses, helping them grow, being a partner in these businesses and helping growth. I mean, there's no secret to it. So what I wanted to do with you guys, just give you my main lesson that I've learned in working in business for, about 8 or so years, primarily in marketing. That's where I help out the most with these two companies. And I'm not going to say exactly their names because I don't want to disclose that, at least not yet. But this is super exciting, guys. I'm kind of on cloud nine right now. I just wanted to share this with you because this is the main point to what I want to say. And the number one way to grow a business is through word of mouth marketing. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what the online gurus say. I don't care what, your favorite coach has to say. I don't care what anybody has to say. And this is coming, keep in mind, this is coming from somebody who spends $3.5 to $5 million a month on marketing, on advertising. I manage that much money, and I'm telling you that the number one way to acquire customers and to grow a business is through word of mouth marketing. End of story. Customers buy from people that they know and people that they trust. Running ads can absolutely generate customers, but people have this faulty assumption that they're just going to run ads for a business and they're going to generate hundreds of customers at a time at an efficient, cost per acquisition. They're going to have a good ROAS, return on ad spend for that money, and they're just going to be able to grow basically on autopilot. And that's just not the way it works. And again, this is coming from someone who does this full time for multiple companies. And that's just not the way it works. People buy from their friends. People buy from conversations with others that they know. For example, if you have a shoe business and you're selling, let's just say you own Nike, right? People don't buy Nike, at least when it first got started. People aren't going to buy Nike initially from ads, right? They might see the ad, they might see a billboard, they might see an ad on Google or Facebook or whatever it might be, and they'll click it and they'll check it out and they'll look at your product and maybe they bookmark it or maybe they buy. I mean, there's going to be a certain percentage of people that will buy on their very first interaction with your business, but the vast majority of the conversions that you're going to get if you're selling a product like that, or if you're in home care like our business is, which is massive here, or you're selling tech or any kind of business that out there, guys, there's a million of them. You're going to get customers most efficiently and be able to grow your business the most efficiently through word of mouth marketing. And that essentially is people telling their friends, their family, and other people that they're connected with how good your product really is. This is why people who are successful and who have built big businesses always talk about their product and how important it is to build something that actually solves the customer's problem, because that's all that matters. If you can solve the person's problem in a way that's better than everyone else, also in a way that is exciting and makes the customer feel good about using your product or your service, whatever it might be, they're going to buy again and again and again, and more importantly, they're going to tell their friends about you and refer other people to you. That doesn't cost you any money. Right? So if you can acquire just one customer and blow their socks off with your incredible product, whatever it is, let's say you're mowing their grass, or you have a home care business, or you're doing marketing, or you're selling products on Shopify, literally whatever it might be, if you can blow that one person's socks off with their experience with your company, they're going to tell the people that they know about it. And next time the conversation comes up, again, let's just use the lawn care example. You mow their grass. It looks amazing. They've got stripes. It looks fantastic. You mowed the grass better than anyone's ever done before. They're going to talk about it. And next time, they're sitting around the cooler with their friends or they're at the bar talking about their yards, who do you think they're going to refer to their friends? It's going to be you, because you solved their problem better than anyone else could, right? And if you also did it in a way that's memorable and that's exciting, and you built a relationship with that person, you have a good little rapport, you turn that person into a friend, then man, that person is not going anywhere. And if you can just continue to do that over and over and over and win new customers one by one, you are going to build a massive business. But the thing is, guys, it takes time. It takes a long time for that to happen. It takes a long time, right? This software business that I'm involved in has been around for 15 years. You know, it took a long time for us to be able to make this list. This is the very first time that we've made this list, Inc. 5000, for this business in particular. And we also have another one, which is a home care business. That's only been around for about 6 years, maybe. I think about 6, maybe 5 years. And we made the Inc. 5000 last year as well. This is our second year in a row, but it's our first time ever having 2 companies on the same list, right? And they're both underneath the top 1,000, which is unbelievable. It almost sounds crazy me saying this. But guys, I just wanted to share that with you because as a marketer, as a business guy, as someone who loves advertising and acquiring new customers, I want to dispel the myth that that's what business is about. Business is not about acquiring customers. It is about acquiring customers, but it's about delivering such an incredible experience to your customers that they go and tell all their friends about it. So you might spend, let's say $200 on ads to acquire one customer, and then once you get that customer, you blow them away with your product, your service, and then they might go refer 4 or 5 friends to you, right? So you're getting that completely free. And on top of that, this person that you worked with, they're going to keep on using you over and over. And then those 4 or 5 people they referred to you, they're going to keep using you. And each of those people has probably 4 or 5 more people they can refer to you. And this just completely, it spider webs out to where you're only paying for a small amount of initial clients, whether that's through ads or knocking on doors or running, billboard marketing, whatever, anything. Once you acquire those customers, you have to blow them away with your service and make sure that it delivers the results that they're looking for and a lot more. You have to blow them away. That is the ultimate marketing. That is why people buy. People don't buy from ads unless they've seen the ad I should know this honestly, but they have to see the ad 15 to 25 times, I think. There's a statistic out there. I probably should have, looked at that before I made this video, but you guys get the point. People have to see a business and a product many, many times before they can actually trust it enough to be able to buy it, right? Think about, shows you might have seen on Netflix. At least in my case, I've heard about all kinds of shows, for example, Ozark. That's one of my favorite shows on Netflix. I had heard about Ozark about multiple times from my friends and the people that, I'm connected with, and I've also seen it online. I've seen clips, and I've seen all this marketing from all these different points, right? Whether it's my friends telling me about it, or me seeing a video on YouTube, or me seeing an ad, or me seeing it on Netflix. There were all these different points of contact with that brand, with Ozark, before I actually decided to give it a shot. And that's the exact same thing with business and with selling products and with selling services. I'm sure if you guys think about it, that's probably how you're behaving when it comes to you buying products or you watching shows or doing anything like that. This is universal. You have to see that brand multiple different times, sometimes 20, 30 plus times before you actually give it a shot. And then you might actually, then you finally decide to give it a shot. You watch it, your first episode, or you buy a product and just try it out. And then it's amazing. And then you're hooked, right? And then you tell all your friends about it. That's how it works, guys. And that's how it works in business. That's how it works in marketing in general. That is how you grow a business. That is how you build a brand. You got all these people online talking about how to build a brand, talking about running ads and all this. That's not how you do it, man. You do it by building relationships with customers, taking care of your customers, and making sure that they go and tell their friends about you. That is and always will be the most powerful form of marketing that exists. And that is honestly one of the greatest lessons that I can share with you guys, for any of you guys that might be in a business or even working in a business. You have to prioritize word of mouth. And you have to and the way you do that is by developing your product into something that solves real problems. I'm not talking about getting the job done. It has to go above and beyond that and blow customers away. Because unless you're doing that, you're just going to get sucked into the crowd of other people who are doing what you guys do. So it's to summarize this, you have to prioritize word of mouth marketing. And the way you do that is by building an incredible product, an incredible service, and making sure that your customer experience, the interactions that your customers have with you, is memorable, and they remember you, and they talk about you, and it's remarkable. This is something that a guy that I really like named Seth Godin, some of you guys might know who that is. I don't even think he's on the internet. I don't think he has like a social page or anything. He's pretty kind of old school, but he's one of the smartest guys out there when it comes to marketing and business. Super successful guy. And he has multiple books that I would highly suggest you guys read. And one of the most powerful books is one called The Purple Cow. The Purple Cow by Seth Godin. Look that up on Amazon. And basically the entire premise of the book is what I'm talking about here. You have to have a unique product. In that case, he calls it a purple cow because obviously you don't see purple cows out in the wild. It's a unique thing, right? You have to build a unique and memorable product that solves the customer's problems. And then once you do that, you have to also build a relationship with that customer so that they then go and tell all their friends, all their family about you, and refer other people into your business. That's how you grow. And this might take a long time. And again, this is the whole reason why people say you can't quit, because this kind of stuff takes time. It takes time to build a business. It takes time to get customers. It takes time for advertising to work. None of the stuff that you guys see and that I used to see, I still see, but what I used to believe online of, hey, we're going to run ads for you for 30 days and we're going to make you all this money, that's not true, man. You know, it can be true, but most of the time it's not. You know, you have to start, if you're going to build a house, man, you got to start with the foundation first. And that foundation is building an absolutely incredible product that solves real problems and also developing relationships with those customers. Because if, let's just say in this example, guys, if you have, 100 lawn care customers and you're mowing their lawns for them and you're just blowing them away, 100 like true fans, like big time, relationships with those people, that can turn into 1,000 customers just from referrals, or 10,000 or 100,000. Who knows? I mean, people build massive businesses off of word of mouth. And I think advertising as a whole, and again, this is coming from an advertiser who spends millions of dollars a month, advertising as a whole, I think, is overrated unless you have this buttoned up and dialed in to the maximum degree. Unless your product is absolutely bulletproof and it's solving those issues and you're already getting referrals, you should not be advertising your product. You should be fixing your product and making sure that it's absolutely incredible before you start marketing it. And that's just, again, that's a kind of a common misconception that I see online, because everyone just talks about, you need to run ads, you need to get clients, you need to get clients, you need to get clients. And that's just not the case, because even if you do get a client, if your product sucks, they're going to, first of all, they're not going to buy from you again. And repeat business is the holy grail of business, by the way. And they're not going to refer their friends. In fact, they're going to tell their friends not to buy from you. Again, it's the exact same thing. If your product is great, people are going to talk about it. If your product sucks, people are going to talk about it. And it's going to have a negative word of mouth effect to where they're going to be telling their friends, hey man, don't buy that shit. I bought it before and it sucked, and that's going to kill your business. So you have to prioritize having a massively successful product, a massively valuable product, and you should be obsessing over that if you're a business owner. And if you don't believe me, go ask anybody who's built a 7-figure, 8-figure plus business, and they'll tell you the exact same thing. This is how it's done, guys. As someone who's been doing this for, a little bit shy of a decade, and I've got a long way to go, but I can tell you this is how people are doing it. Last year I went to Inc. 5000, which was over in Palm Desert, California. We went out there. It was in October. Had an absolute blast out there. Met so many successful people. And this is the number one way they're growing their business, guys. Again, I know this is a YouTube channel and some people might know who I am. Some people might not know who I am, but I'm telling you, and I'm giving you a free game right now, this is how it's done. From the people at the very top to the people who are coming up, this is how it's done. The people who lose, they talk about the stuff I was talking about earlier. They focus on acquisition with a shitty product. And they think that that's just going to be able to overpower word of mouth. And that's just not the case, guys. It's just not the case. If you take that route, you're going to lose. You know why? Because I've done that. I've done that multiple times with countless businesses. Try to sell a mediocre product and it flops. It doesn't work. I'm telling you, as someone who's blessed enough to be involved with these companies and be, around successful people on a daily basis, this is how it's done. So I hope you guys take this to heart. I hope this shaves off years and years of your success timeline. And if you're building a business, man, let me know. Talk to me about it. I'd love to hear what you guys are working on. And if I can give you guys any advice or, point you in the right direction, I'd love to help out however I can. But I'm telling you, man, this is how it's done. This is how super successful people operate. They're obsessed with their product. And if you can do that, the business is going to take care of itself because your clients are going to go find you new clients because they like it, right? It's that simple. So, guys, I hope you take this to heart. I hope you listen to what I'm saying here. Rewatch this video. Share this with your friends. That would greatly, support our channel. And it's the exact same thing with YouTube, man. If a video is good, share it. If a video sucks, don't share it. That's how it works. People want to share things that work. So I hope this helps you guys out. I hope this, is able to inspire some of you guys. Because, again, that's kind of the point of this channel is just to build a community of guys who are figuring it out. And I'm one of those guys. I'm trying to figure it out just like you guys. And, if there's anything I know that I could share on to you guys and, help you guys move forward a little bit faster in your business and your life, whatever it might be, that's what this channel is for. So if this helps you guys out, I ask that you share it. I ask that you smash the likes, subscribe to the channel. I would love to hear your feedback on what you guys are working on, but I just wanted to share this little nugget of information with you guys because if you take this to heart, you can absolutely build a massive business, and I've seen it firsthand. This is how it's done. So anyway, guys, I love you. I hope you guys support the channel. Please let me know what you think, and reach out to me. I have an email in my in the YouTube description and also in the video description, I think, on, that you guys can reach out to at any time. I'd love to talk to you guys. And I'm actually even considering doing like a coaching system to where, it's not going to be like a regular coaching system that you see online, but to where you guys can book calls with me and we could talk about your business and help you guys get moving in the right direction. So let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in doing. I can look into that and maybe start opening up a couple spots for us to chat. So I love you guys. Smash the likes, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.